Hello everyone, hope all are doing good. In today's session, we are going to see in the exercise 1.2 the integers chapter, question number 10. And I think this is the last problem in this exercise. Classify the following statements as true or false. See, they are given, I think, 8 subdivisions in this 10th problem. So let us start doing this one. The first subdivision, the product of a positive and a negative integer is negative. See, if I am choosing any two integers, that is, they have given it should be one positive and one negative integer. So if I take 2 and 5, that is minus 2 and 5, then the product will be minus 2 multiplied by 5, which is equal to minus 10. Of course, the answer will come in negative sign because one number is in negative sign and one number is in positive sign. So, we will get the answer in negative sign. So, the given statement is yes, it is true. That is, the product of a positive and a negative integer is negative. Okay. So, then second subdivision, the product of two negative integers is a negative integer. See, if I take two negative integers, let us suppose if I take minus 9 and minus 11, okay, so whatever be the number, so I am taking minus 9 and minus 11, so their product will be minus 9 multiplied by minus 11, right? So I will get plus 99, because if you multiply any two negative integers, you will get, that is, even number of terms. If you are multiplying with negative sign, you will get the answer in positive sign only. So no, the given statement is false, right? That is, the product of two negative integers it is not a negative integer, right? So we are writing it as no, it is false. The given statement is false. Next, third one, the product of two integers, I think you can view the page. Right, okay. The product of two integers having opposite sign is always a negative integer. See, two integers, if I am taking that is 3 and 9, and what they have told in that problem, the product of two integers having opposite sign. See, if one number is in positive sign, another one will be in negative sign, and if the product will be always a negative integer, they are telling. So if 3 is multiplied by minus 9, we will get minus 27. So the given statement is true. Whenever you multiply one number in positive sign and another number in negative sign, that is having opposite sign. If one is positive, another one will be negative. So if you multiply, you will get always negative sign only. So the given, yes, the statement is true. It is true. Okay, children, do you understand? So next, we move on to the fourth subdivision. The product of two non-zero integers is always greater than each of the two. See, the product of two non-zero integers. What is two non-zero integers? The number should not be equal to 0. That is, you cannot take 0. So non-zero number, any number, that is 13 and 10, whatever number you take. So they always greater than each of the two. If I multiply, they have given the product of two non-zero integers, that is, I am taking 13 and 10, so I am finding out the product. I will get 130 as the answer, and definitely the outcome of the product, that is, outcome of the product will be always greater than the each of the two numbers. See, 13 is greater than 130 is greater than 30, and again 130 will be greater than the second integer 10, right? So always it will be greater than the product will be always greater than the given two integers. So yes, the given statement is true. Do you understand, children? Next, we move on to the fifth subdivision. If the product of two integers is 0, then one of the integers must be equal to 0. See, they are given the product of two integers is 0. See, when the product of any two integers will be 0, only if it is the number is multiplied by a 0, then only we will get the answer as the product as 0, right? So if I take on one integer as 10 and 0, then the product will be 10 multiplied by 0, of course it is 0. So then one of the integer must be 0. Definitely that one integer should be equal to 0, then only we will get the product as 0. See, let us suppose if I am taking 11 into 5, then if I multiply both the integers, I will get 11 into 5 is equal to only 55. Again, if I take 1 in 1 comma 11 comma 1, then the answer will be product is 11 into 1 should be equal to 11. So I never get the product as 0 whenever I multiply the both the integers with non-zero numbers. Only when I multiply integer with 0, then only I will get the answer as 0. You all know that if whatever may be the number, if you multiply with 0, you will get the product as 0. So definitely one of the number, the integer must be equal to 0, then only the product of two integers will be equal to 0. Okay children, so yes, the given statement is true. Yes, it is true. That is, if the product of two integers is 0, then one of the integer must be equal to 0. Okay children, do you understand? Next, sixth subdivision. The product of a positive and a negative integer can be 0. The product of a positive and a negative integer can be 0. Let us suppose if I am taking an positive integer as 9 and the negative one number should be negative. So, and the negative integer as minus 8. Let us take 9 and minus 8. So, if I multiply this 9 and minus 8, then what I will get? 9 8s are 72. It will be a non-zero number only I will get. But I never get a product as 0 even if I am not going to multiply with a 0 and a non-zero number. Okay, so I never get an answer that is a product as 0 if I am not multiplying an integer with 0. Okay, if 9 and 0 if I take, I will surely get the answer as 0, right? So one number must be equal to 0 if you want to get the product as 0. Okay, so the product of a positive and a negative integer cannot be 0. It cannot be 0. So the given statement is false. No, the statement is false. Okay children, without multiplying with a 0, you never get the product as 0. Understand? So seventh subdivision. There exists an integer which when multiplied by another integer gives 0. See, they are telling one integer is there, when it is multiplied by another integer, it gives 0. Can you say which number it will be? Exactly 0 should be that integer which when multiplied by any number, then only it will give the product as 0, right? So the number should be 0 and it is multiplied by another integer, you will get 0 as the answer. Yes, the given statement is true, right? And it is. Do you understand children? They are telling one integer is there. You know that all the negative and all the positive natural numbers and whole numbers, all the negative and positive numbers are integers only. So it includes the number 0 also. 0 is also an integer. So the number 0 exists in integers, and then if you multiply with another integer, surely you are going to get the product as 0. So the given statement is true, right? So the last subdivision, eighth one. The product of two integers having the same sign is always positive. So let us try this, whether it is true or false. If I take two same sign integers, that is, if I am going to take 11 and 7, Then if I multiply 11 and 7, I'll get 77. Yes, it is a positive sign. Or else if I am going to take two negative integers, that is 10 and minus 8, any number you can choose. So minus 10 multiplied by minus 8, again you will be getting the product in positive sign. Sorry, 10 into minus 8, I'll get plus 80. So the product of two integers having the same sign, that is, if both positive numbers are multiplied, then you will get the answer in positive sign. And if you take two integers in negative sign, if you multiply, again the product will be in positive sign. Okay, children? So if you are multiplying two even number of terms, negative terms, surely you will get the answer in positive only. Okay, so the given statement is true. Yes, it is true. Okay, children, with this we are completing this 1.2 exercise, and if you have any doubt in this session, you can comment me in the comment box, and you can share it to your friends. And take care, children, and we'll meet in the next exercise 1.3 in integers.